This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com.
Previously on TV Tuners.
Why are you wearing plate armor, Geo?
All right, looks like it's time to start the show.
They chopped and whatted it?
I don't do post-ironic podcasts anymore, Colonel. So you tell Swanson to find another guinea pig.
Swanson stole my hang glider, and he's going to pay.
No, don't worry. That guy with the knife isn't going to stab you. He's just going to lick you.
My family, they're all dead. Why?
Yo, Stare, what's wrong with your family?
And now TV Tuners continues.
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and mysterious man who fell through a roof. Is that the sound you think you made?
I think his sound he made was like, no, please, no!
Yeah, that sounds more likely.
I think it sounded more like, here we go!
If only he had found a mushroom in time, he would have been able to...
If only he had found a painting.
Yeah, maybe he saw a painting down there. And with us, as always, is our other co-host and mysterious friend who doesn't wish to disclose any info, Kyorain.
I think he put a gag order on himself.
That makes sense.
No comment.
Well, I guess we'll just have to talk to his lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the role of Kyo will be played by Kyo's lawyer this week.
Yes, I am Kyo Rain's attorney, and for the time being, I will be speaking on his behalf.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
Kyo Rain's lawyer?
You may direct one question towards me.
Why do you look like Kyorain with a mustache, with like a fake mustache on?
Yes. And a monocle.
I have assumed his appearance for professional purposes.
Oh.
Okay. That tracks for me.
I'm an attorney.
Right, naturally.
Practicing law right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now you're practicing TV podcasts.
Well, right now you're practicing public relations because you're speaking on behalf of your client to the public.
He's a professional, Stare. I don't think he needs you to well, actually. I'm on some lawyer shit.
Okay.
Oh. And that voice you're hearing is our guest and bereaved widow, Gio.
Yeah.
Yeah, my husband's dead. Such a bummer.
Classic.
Classic
widow.
That's what they always say.
They got me. I don't know what to tell you.
Very tragic. My condolences for your husband's suicide.
Oh, totally. I mean, no, it wasn't. Or it might have been. Who knows? And that's the show.
Can you solve this mystery? Yeah, welcome to the podcast once again, Gio. Your third time on the pod.
Yeah, well, thanks. You know, it means a lot. I want to thank you, Big Swanson, Cushmaster, Kyorain. It's an honor to be on again.
My name is actually Spleef Master.
Sploof Master?
Spleef Master.
That's where you put the dryer sheets in the toilet tube, right?
I don't. Maybe.
All right, man. You keep doing that, Sploof Master. You keep doing that, baby.
Gio, last we heard about you, you were involved in some Quibi scheme where you became biomass.
Oh, yeah, it was hard times, man. It was like about, 6 weeks ago. Got a call from my affluent Baltimore businessman friend, Connie. And I just rushed out the damn door, because he needed me immediately. Next thing I know, I'm in this Sarlacc-ass motherfucker somewhere in, New England. And I'm hooked up to this vet that's brining and mining my brain for content and shit, man.
I would like to say that this is all hearsay.
Oh, wait, are you
Say
also
no,
Quibi's lawyer?
Wow.
I am on the payroll of the Quibi Corporation. That is correct.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
no
wow.
good, man. It's like, it was no good, man. I was there until 2032 when they realized
What?
my brain juice. Well,
Hold
yeah,
on.
man. Hold on for what, buddy?
But wait,
Yeah,
are you from the future?
Yeah, well, I mean, no, I'm from here, but then I went to 2032. I spent 12 years in that, and then when I broke out, I went to Space Menards, and I combined a cyber microwave with a, retro spanner to make a time machine to get back to 2019 to,
But it's
Yeah, I've been here, man. What the fuck? You think I just came out like a fucking second ago?
All right, so you are from the future.
Yeah, but I'm from the present too, man. Yeah, it's like I went up and I came back, and since original me is in the vat right now, I can be
okay.
just straight kicking it out here. We don't got to worry
Yeah.
about no time cross.
But you did come back before original you was in the vat, so were you just sort of like hanging out?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I knew what I was doing. I was mostly like playing some disc golf, so I knew where to be when and when to be where. I mean, I ran into him once, and I got kind of excited and I sneezed on him. But
oh no.
Oh.
Now,
Yeah.
I would like to add to this that, as per the case, Abraham Lincoln v. Hillary Clinton, the testimony of time travelers will not be permitted in the courtroom.
yeah,
Oh.
thanks, man. Is that pro boner? Or do I got to pay you? For
Who had dirt on who?
If I recall, it was Abraham Lincoln who traveled through time to warn us about Hillary Clinton.
That's some real Black Sabbath Iron Man shit, man.
And I'm not giving you advice. I'm saying that your testimony is worthless because you're a time traveler.
Yeah, so anyway, when Quibi got you in those vets, and I guess according to the lawyer here, I'm just doing a bit right now, right? But they hook this shit up to your brain, man, and they sap your brain juice out for content. And for 12 fucking years, I was telling them, do something like Home Improvement, but with more drama and more legit DIY information. Like a Prestige Sopranos piece where you actually learn how to like make a table or some shit on each episode.
Like where Tim Allen is sort of like a Ray Donovan figure.
Wait, help me paint
He's
a
an
picture in
actual
my head
fixer,
here.
though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Are
so...
you
yeah.
saying that you were inside of this vat, like some kind of barrel, and there were guys with lab coats around monitoring you, and you were spewing this at them? You were saying, "Hey, you should create a new home improvement program." That's what you're saying you did.
No, there's no guys with coats or anything. They just stuck a thing in my brain, and it was sort of like I was just there with Jeff from Arkansas. I hope he made it out, but actually looking back, I don't think I escaped at all. I think they just kind of left the door open, and I snuck out, and that way they didn't have to pay severance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does that mean they were paying you at all?
Well, in Quibi months. So if you guys want some months, I can give you my password, but then I might be committing space crimes.
Yeah,
That sounds
I
like
don't
a
want to commit
terrestrial
space
crime.
crimes for Quibi, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
anyways.
Anyway,
And that's why I got the space
we're glad
Menards.
that you're back, safe
Yeah.
and sound, it seems like.
Yeah, well, Menards was the only existing home improvement chain in 2032 because they're the only one enforcing masks right now.
Did anyone mention anything about the news to you while you were in there for 12 years?
Nah, I don't watch the news.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just watching MASH Season 2 on my off time.
Only season 2.
That's the only tape they had in the break room.
So no warnings or anything for us living in 2020.
2020 warnings. That shit gets worse.
Oh,
but
no.
You'll manage or you won't, I don't know what to tell you. Get fit, touch your toes, do some stretches, eat kale, go for a jog.
Huh.
You can't do much more than that.
Gio, it's great to have you on because we're barreling towards episode 100 right now, and you are our first guest. So it's kind of a roundabout way.
Yes, bookends.
I'm
You were our first, now you will be our last.
I'm honored
No
to
more
be
guests
here.
after this.
I feel like
Certainly
this is,
not on this week's Bleach cast.
Yikes.
I have a written statement from Kyorain. He says he's very excited about the 100th episode. He says it's going to be huge, bro.
Wow.
I feel like this was one of the TV specials we used to get, and this was like 3 days before episode 100, and I'm like walking on stage wearing a suit like, hey, let's hear it for TV Tutors, right? 97 episodes, fellas. And I'm privileged to be here.
We'll have you introduce our clip show.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love
Episode.
to. Who can
And then you can fall off the stage comically like Kelsey Grammer did in that one video.
I don't know that video. Was he okay? I don't want to laugh at him.
He was fine, but he was doing like he was reciting something and he fell off a stage and it was pretty funny.
And then someone can throw their shoe at me like George Bush.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I don't know, but that's Stairmaster doing the dinosaurs bit. That's pretty much the only clip I can remember, so we're going to get heavy usage out of that.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Just like the dinosaurs.
Just going to sort of show the one clip over and over again. That's one way of sort of subverting the clip show.
You could chop it and screw it.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, welcome to TV Tuners. If you like what you're hearing so far, why not consider subscribing? We're available on all of the podcatchers of your choice. Apple Podcasts, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, and more. And if you like, why not, give us a big old 5 stars and maybe a review? Those are all helpful to us getting noticed, and we'd appreciate it. We're also on Twitter, if that's a thing you're into.
Yes.
You can find us at TV Tuners, where there's tons of great television content. Curated by our fabulous intern.
Miguel.
That's right.
Miguel.
So you're talking paid, unpaid? Well, how does this intern get compensated?
Unpaid. Very much unpaid.
College credits?
No.
Yeah, there's college credits, but only for community colleges.
Hey, man, I went to community college, and I'll let you know there's a very active smoking bench.
Oh,
okay.
I have a community college law degree.
Well, that's, okay.
My
I don't know
mom
how
has
you get that.
COPD
But...
from smoking.
No, not a degree, but also bad.
Yes.
That was 97,
you can also use the
man.
hashtag. You can also use the hashtag TV Tuners, and we'll give a glance at what you're saying. And if you have any quips, comments, questions, foresights, or otherwise, send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Keo-Rain?
Keo-Rain has sent me a document containing the text of the email address, and it says, quote, IDK, question mark, TV something, question mark.
That's right.
Yes.
And, with that all out of the way, let's get to our tweet of the week.
This week's tweet of the week comes from Aaron Jacobs, who tweets, Rob killed Patrice! Rob killed Patrice! This is not an unsolved mystery. It is a solved mystery. He literally kissed her fucking skull. The man is, sparkly emoji, delusional sparkly emoji, hashtag unsolved mysteries.
And for the audience, I'd like to annotate that as Aaron with an E, which is not what I was expecting.
You were expecting Aaron with an A?
Double A.
Yeah.
Which is 1A.
We haven't gotten to this particular unsolved mystery, but it does sound like this Rob guy is guilty as fuck.
How do you... Sorry, I'll go. It was a good piece I had, so I'm going to share it. How do you get in the opportunity or situation to kiss a skull?
Yeah.
What room do you get into for that to happen? Was it on the show? Like the camera was rolling and this guy smacked skull?
Maybe it's like his wife. Yeah, maybe it's like his ex-wife or his deceased wife, and he just has her skull in his house.
Like, is that typical to just?
No.
I'm assuming Aaron.
Keo, you're back, by the way.
Yeah.
Hi, Keo.
Yeah, this tweet compelled me to waive my Fifth Amendment rights, because you're all cops, by the way. You may not know this, but you're all cops.
Hey, shut up, man.
No.
I'm working a case here. I got Stairmaster on 10 to 5 on anime fraud. Did I say 10 to 5?
And I got Stairmaster on 5 to 10 on
Yeah, we got him coming and going.
TV fraud.
Oi, blimey, you watching without a license?
Oh man, that's rude to the English. Come on, that's like 10% of your class.
No, fuck them. Perfidus Albion.
Ooh,
As for this tweet,
this mystery sounds, I'm going to say right here, a lot more intriguing than the mystery watched in today's episode.
Yeah, there's no one kissing a literal skull on this one.
We're talking tongue. We're talking a little peck. You know what I'm saying? We're talking.
That's what I need to know. Is he like tongue in the skull? What's going on here?
It's like tongue in the skull, and there's like a crossfade of like news footage of the body.
You know
being
what?
Found.
I just want to backtrack on Swanson here. There's a big difference between tongue in the skull and tongue in the skull.
Oh yeah, he is tongue in the skull, not tongue in the skull.
His tongue in the skull with his tongue in the skull. Oh,
But
boy.
yeah, like the image of a man like kissing a skull is something like you would expect to see.
Oh my god, it's sort of like the Predator caressing the skulls of his victims.
Something you might expect to see in like a horror movie or something, where like the serial killer keeps the bones.
Like if he was doing like a soliloquy to a skull, that's perfectly normal.
4 years ago, you'd be like, "Whoa, this show can show boobs because it's on Netflix." In 2020, it's like, "Whoa, this show can show a man making love to his skull because it's on Netflix."
Are you saying like alas, poor dead wife, Swanson?
Yeah, you can do that. That's perfectly normal. But like kissing a skull, weird. Tongue in a skull is no good.
These are all fictional mysteries we're riffing on, right?
This is an unsolved one, so it might as well be fictional.
Oh, okay, if that's how it works.
Yeah, we're not riffing on real tragedies here, right, guys?
This is a real tragedy, yeah.
I'm tuning in on this tweet.
This show's a real tragedy. I don't know.
Oh, dang. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to tune in on that bad boy. Gio, what are your thoughts on this tweet?
I don't got the Twitter, man. It's like getting your brain infected by devils.
But are you going to tune in on this one in particular in terms of tweets? Is this a good one?
Like, do you like the text inside of this particular tweet, Gio?
Well, I'm reading it again. Yeah, there's a good rhythm. There's a good rhythm to it. Rob killed trees. He literally kissed her fucking skull. The man.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking actually. Yeah. This tweet could have used the clapping emoji between the words. Rob.
Yeah, that's why I'm tuning out on this.
I don't like being. That was
that's the only reason.
That was a snap, not a clap. I don't like. I guess I'd tune in. Nah, I'd tune out. Not tune in, not tune out. I'm giving it the full Limp Bizkit tune in, no tune out.
We're in an impasse, it seems.
Yeah. Well, so was Fred Durst, but he changed the world permanently.
Yeah. So is Robert Durst. He did that too.
Is that his dad?
Yeah. You know what? This is I guess that means this is a tweet. Congratulations, Aaron Grace Jacobs, on your tweet.
Good job. I love it.
Keep it up. You got talent.
With that out of the way, let's get to what you guys watched this week. Anything fun, interesting?
Well, I've been watching Mobile Suit Gundam, or Mobile Suit Unicorn Gundam? I can't remember what.
What?
I think it's Unicorn Gundam, or maybe it's Gundam Unicorn. I can't remember which way it goes. And I'll spare you all the talk about that. I'll just say one of the primary characters is named Full Frontal.
Okay.
What's his superpower?
You know what? All right.
What's the mech? Is it like the name of the mech or the name of the pilot?
No, that's the name of the guy piloting the mech.
Is that
his
his like
full
is that his
name?
call
Like his
sign?
name is Full Frontal.
Yes. Full
Is that a handle?
first name, surname, Frontal. No, that.
It's Frontal TAL or TLE, like Frontal.
No, it's frontal, like full frontal nudity. It's spelled like that.
Someone's got to stop these people.
It's fucking Austin Walker ass naming conventions.
I can see your call sign being Full Frontal.
Yeah.
But like, all right.
I don't know if that's his real name, because spoilers, it's like a Venom Snake situation.
You guys ever like watch Monty Python way too long and not get the full frontal jokes? Because I certainly did.
That's what they call the full.
What, do you mean the jokes where they show you breasts?
That's not Full Frontal. That's the joke. But I didn't get it at the time.
Oh.
So what, are you seeing chest in this Gundam stare? What's up?
No, you're not getting it. You can see boobs in like the earlier Gundams because that's like the early 80s, but not here.
Anime had regulations at this point.
Yeah. More like tyranny.
No titties.
Well, you talking they used to have trickle-down anime in the 80s?
Yes.
Alright. Lazy and them very fair.
Yeah, I think they were doing Reaganomics in the 80s in Japan. Like, they got to that way earlier than we did.
Yeah, Kanban
luckily
boards.
they got out of it somewhat earlier than we did.
Oh, they got out of it with the Lost Decade, so I'm not sure they're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good
this
cars.
week I watched the musical sensation known as Hamilton, now that it's on a viable platform that you can watch.
I'm
instead
glad you
of
brought
just
this
guessing
up.
what the live show might look like.
It's been stuck in my brain, and I don't even like it being there, but it's been stuck in my brain, so I'm glad you're bringing this up. What do you think of it, Swanson?
I've listened to the album before, so seeing it live was like a different beast entirely.
Right.
It's good.
Did you like the part where he invented capitalism?
Expand on that.
I don't think that's really the invention that he came up with so much as what it was eventually perverted into. But yeah.
Did you know he was only anti-slavery because, as an illegitimate son, he couldn't inherit his father's slaves?
Yeah, that's not really brought up in the play, which you could see as a potential oversight. But then again, most of the entire second act is about how this guy actually kind of sucks. So
yeah, no, he does suck. And gosh, I'm gonna sound like such a douche, but my wife brought me to see it in Chicago a couple of years ago, and I got like a whole different cast. So it was interesting to see the different vibes this different cast imparted upon it. And I think, by and large, we got a better cast in Chicago. But overall, I don't know, man. The fucking musical certainly has some strong Disney vibes, especially all the female-driven numbers.
Yeah.
Never really...
It's a good musical as far as it goes. You know, the songs are catchy. It's a different vibe than almost anything you would see on Broadway. The performances are pretty stellar. The guys, particularly the guys who play George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and of course Aaron Burr, are all pretty much the breakout stars of that performance. So,
I hate Hamilton.
Why is that, buddy?
Because my little sisters kept like singing the songs at each other and playing the music all the time, and it's cursed now.
Okay, I guess that's a valid reasoning for not liking it.
I like Hamilton because you can nudge the person next to you and be like, that's a Nas line. About 10 times throughout the play.
I like to turn to the person sitting next to me and whisper, that's Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, it's not often in a Broadway musical that you get references to rap music, so, you know, for that alone, it's appreciated. And you could argue that, like, it's probably a good thing that it's a show that's not dominated by white people.
Oh,
considering.
The one in it is really good. I'm sorry, Spencer.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it for me. This was good. Tune in.
Oh, man. Tune in.
What you been watching, Gio?
A lot, man. A fucking lot. I finally got around to watching Better Call Saul seasons 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Nice. This is the content we look for on TV tuners.
It's incredible. It's really fucking good. In particular, the relationship between do-good con-man with a heart of gold Saul and his narcissistic, abusive, delusions of grandeur brother.
Yeah.
That relationship is so incredible, and I've never seen anything like it in any production, really. I felt similar feelings to how I felt when I was watching like Evangelion for the first time, and I can see a lot of people watching Better Call Saul and not even picking up those vibes. But like, Charles is such an abusive narcissist in that relationship, and you know, Jimmy. It's so hard to be Jimmy, and he's thinking, "What do I do? Do I keep getting the shit kicked out of me by him? Because if I don't, one day he's going to kill himself." And yeah, I guess you gotta watch to find out. But
Jimmy, you gotta get in the mech.
You're not a real lawyer.
I hope season 6 ends with Lalo turning into like a giant naked woman and like enveloping the earth.
As Gus watches.
You motherfuckers, you spoiled some of that Better Call Saul shit for me in the past, though. You're acting like I can skip the podcast in the first part of it, man. Fucking, I don't even know where my phone is, and you guys are fucking spoiling Better Call Saul.
I'm sorry.
Hey, what did we spoil? Spoil it again for anybody listening.
Oh yeah, we did talk about the season finale.
No, you talked about a few episodes. You'd be like, "Here's our email," and I'd be like, "I love that email address," and then he'd be like, "Yo, by the way, this happens in Better Call Saul," and like I can't even reach my fucking phone in time, and it's contemporary. It's airing contemporarily.
I just want you to know that was all Swanson and Keogh's idea.
It's cool.
Yeah, Stairmaster's good. Stairmaster's all of the good parts of TV tuners.
Yes, that is true.
Do you guys like that show, though?
Yeah, it's a good show. 2018 TV Tuners Show of the Year.
I like Evangelion.
I lifted Swanson saying, verify your driver's license and cock premium from that episode, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. Swanson's two catchphrases.
But yeah, a quality program, and Gus Fring dies at the end.
Whoa.
And so I actually watched a TV program.
Oh.
What's that? Wow.
Yeah, I watched like part of season 1 of Hannibal.
Oh!
Holy shit!
Your horse boy?
Oh my god.
I know the shit had horses in it.
I'm gonna come.
Oh wait, speaking of horses, Let me get seconds. So what's up, Kyo? Sorry.
There's no horses so far.
Yeah, sure. Show there,
but
buddy.
All right.
I'm watching it. I'm like,
to be clear, the horses come in season 2. So
sorry.
Yeah, so far it's just like, wow, this Hannibal guy is a troublemaker. What a rascal.
Yeah. Season 1's a little slow, but when it gets going, it gets going. What are your thoughts so far, Kyo?
I like it. Although I do kind of feel like, I don't know, it's like, I'm pretty much just watching it to be horrified. Is that what the goal is, right? That's the goal,
yeah,
right?
mostly. You're supposed to be like completely horrified and like, at a certain point, I think in the first season they lean into the horrified part, but at a certain point in like the midway of the first season, it moves into like a weird area where the like murders themselves become like avant-garde art pieces.
Oh, okay. So it's a reverse Dexter.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got to the part where Will goes to like get his brain scanned, and then like he convinces the doctor to like not give him the results. I'm like, oh no, that's the worst thing in this entire program.
Yeah.
This is about a dude that eats dudes, right?
Hannibal is. Will
That
is the guy who is ostensibly working with him, who doesn't yet realize that he's, the murderer boy.
Oh no! Spoilers.
That's the worst thing that happens. Though.
I don't think that's a spoiler for Hannibal to say that Hannibal is the murderer boy.
Oh, okay.
I think you go into it knowing that.
Have you seen it?
Fair. No.
Oh.
No, I just get Swanson just links the horse clip to me a lot.
No, I've only done it once.
Swanson links the horse clip to me, and he says, "This will be you soon."
Well, that's just stating a fact.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of horses, I also saw Sorry to Bother You, and I was not ready for how intense that movie is.
Oh yeah, that's a good ass movie.
Yeah, definite, strong, contemporary, important tune-in. Yeah.
Yeah, people should learn
also
more from that ending to that film.
I also finished a previous show from TV Tuners, Beast Stars.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wow, that was really furry. Great job.
Was that comedy?
Those boys clash?
Yeah, there's actually quite a major clash.
Oh,
was
from
that
the boys.
anime with the animals in the high school?
Yes. That's like the Pink Floyd album, Gio.
What you talking about? I love Pink Floyd.
Animals. By Pink Floyd.
In the high school. Yeah, Animals in the High School by Pink Floyd.
Well, what the hell? Other than both being about animals, what is the corollary there, my friend?
That was a joke. There is none.
All right.
Sometimes, Stairmaster's jokes reach up to the ankle, and that's about it.
Yeah.
You could call me an ankle biter. No,
sometimes they reach for your overcoat while you've already been stabbed multiple times.
If he didn't care for me, I don't know what to tell you. If I didn't care for you.
Oh.
I get that's off the opening fucking track of Animals.
But yeah, what would your overall opinion of Beastars be, Kieran?
It's pretty good. I finished it, so it tells you I didn't get bored of it. So there you go.
You should give it a B star. It's a B plus.
Yeah, I would say that Beast Stars will be the next Beast Star.
Oh wow!
So like
big endorsement from TV Tuners.
You guys giving out Beast Stars now? Is that only legal in a couple states?
I think the Beast Star is like the constellation Orion.
Right.
Isn't that supposed to be a bear?
Yeah, Stair, didn't we have to guide our canoe by its light late one night when all our electronics got zapped by the EMP in the year 20... Oh, wait, that didn't happen yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so he does know some stuff about the future.
That's all right. Stairmaster still got half a show after that one.
Oh, dear.
Oh, only half.
Yeah, I never went back to Michigan again, though. And nor did I.
Well, all right. So, how many aliens are there in the future?
Oh, still just 2 worth watching, but you can watch the rest.
He was just looking at Gravely.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're on.
I don't think we want to know the number. Never mind.
No, there's Alien, and by then you can get it on 16K Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
And there's Aliens, and by then you get it on 32K Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. So you were just thinking about how scary that movie was, and that's
no, he was asking how many aliens are in the future, and I'm saying there's still just 2 worth watching.
Well, that's good to know that there won't be any new Aliens movies that I need to watch.
You gotta see the
So
one.
save me the
Danny
trouble of deciding whether or not this next Aliens movie that I hear about will be good.
Yeah, you guys ever see that Akira shit?
Oh, yeah, my dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
we-
shit's-
I was
We're
I was
aware.
watching that. I was like, wow, that's crazy stuff, man. Anyway, back to Minecraft.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's me.
Which one?
I watched that one
Repeatedly.
time and I went, ugh!
Wait, which character was used there, or was the
Tetsuo.
entire thing you? Yeah, I could see that, man. Nah, you're cool though. Tetsuo was a little whiny face, but you know you're cool though, right, bro? Am I wrong about that? You're not.
Yeah, are you more of like a
I
Kanata kind
cool?
of guy?
You're cool.
Let's do it. Let's take it to the poll of the week. Is Stairmaster
Hey, man.
cool?
Yeah, you're cool. Just confess to anime crimes. Man,
Never.
Maybe they'll let you off with only 5.
It's not a crime if
Instead
I
of
don't
10.
regret it.
Just say you're cool, man. I like the animation.
Or you can
a
confess
lot.
to TV crimes and maybe they'll let you off of only 10 since I've got you to 10 to 5.
Hold on, how does that work? 10 to 5, because
10 months to 5 years.
You're gonna find
Oh!
out, you fucking scumbag.
yeah, okay.
We're gonna sentence you to 10 months in person.
Listen, you'll be in touch with my lawyer.
That's a misdemeanor. That happens.
Yeah.
Yes, hello. I am Stairmaster's attorney.
Oh, wow.
This motherfucker.
This guy's really getting around.
Yeah, how do
I
you
be-
advertise?
I believe Stairmaster will not spend a single day in jail.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
Because you'll spend many, and you're technically correct.
You hear that, baby? Plea bargain time.
No more bargaining.
What?
Sarah, you gotta get a new lawyer, man.
Oh,
This
man,
guy's
I think
pulling
I
out a
do.
gun.
Yeah, that's this is an odd bargaining move.
There will be no more bargaining.
What will there be instead?
Oh!
Well, this guy, he shot the computer screen that he was on. What a bold move.
Oh man, Sarah, you okay, dude?
Yeah! I'm just scared.
I don't know what that was about.
Wow. Is Keo on a different call? What's going on here?
Yeah, he left and he was on his own call.
Yeah, they're separate people. They're practicing social distancing.
Was he
You know,
on the
lawyers do that
computer or
for
his
sure.
phone? What did he just shoot?
Ah.
I don't know. He shot like the camera he was pointing at himself.
It seems like such a weird... I guess I should be wary, but even then, it's still an odd statement to make.
What a
Wait.
waste.
He shot
Yeah.
the camera.
It seems like improper use of your firearm.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think he's
jail.
probably
depends.
coming to one of your locations in person to shoot you.
Oh, word.
Oh, no!
I'd like to see him try. I wish a motherfucker would. I have solar motion lights.
Wow.
I don't wish a motherfucker would. Actually, that would be horrible.
Yeah.
I was just doing a bit, guys. Keep it moving, somebody.
I think it would be very stressful to be like in a John Wick home invasion situation. Personally.
really.
Yeah,
It
the
would,
part they
man.
don't show in John Wick is the part where he goes, holy shit, oh fuck.
Oh, I saw John Wick 3 there.
Oh, yeah. You did?
I only saw
Just
half of it
now?
because it kind of sucked. No, it was a
What?
couple days ago. Yeah, it was whack.
No.
Yeah, I
Wrong.
don't know. Like
Incorrect.
John Wick
The
3 is
punching
pretty...
dudes
John
was-
Wick 3 is not as good as 1, but definitely
Yeah.
better than 2.
One's the only great one. The other two are whatever.
I would liken it to Die Hard movies. Die Hard 3 is just as good, well, close to as being as good as Die Hard 1, and John Wick 3 is just as good, or
What
close
the
to being
fuck?
as good as John Wick 1.
I can't fucking weather these strange fucking college ass Die Hard takes, man. Die Hard
Oh.
3 being equivalent to Die Hard 1, they're like entirely different.
No,
fucking
he said
constructs.
almost equivalent.
What the fuck does almost equivalent mean?
It's like a tier
Can
below.
you put that on a
but
fucking math test?
It's
Like, the
still a
answer to 3
fantastic
is-
action movie.
It's
Like,
not an
Die Hard
action
3 is
movie,
like
though.
a-
It's an adventure movie. Die Hard 3 is an adventure movie, man. It's all about
love
puzzles
adventure.
and shit and, like, going across, I don't know what the fuck, Pittsburgh or whatever.
Yeah, John Wick 3 is an action mythology movie at this point.
Yeah, John Wick 3 is stuck at 50% because it was whatever. I mean, the punching dudes was tight, but the lore was whack. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I'm
Yeah,
a man
I don't know.
of
I
character.
just feel like the lore is definitely better
But
than whatever
he-
hobo shit was going
Listen,
on in John
But
Wick
I don't want
2.
this fucking Marvel-ass lore, dude. I
But
wanted
look,
the
he
grounded
punched
John
a
Wick
lot
1
of
shit.
dudes.
Yeah, that was tight. But it was like football, man. It was like you gotta fucking watch 6 minutes of ads to watch the Bears go for 30 seconds.
That's
That was
all
the
action
ratio.
movies.
Listen, to complete my metaphor here, as long as John Wick 4
Not
isn't
Frank.
Die Hard 4, we're good.
Yes.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Sarah, I'm gonna call up Jason Statham and tell him what you just said about Crank.
And
Look,
he's going to come
Crank-
and crank you.
You just said it was not a nonstop crank block. Which
Even Crank had
is.
exposition in it. Come on.
Yeah, but it was moving. It wasn't like, I'm the pigeon man. Let me tell you about my pigeons.
Okay, it would be cool if in Crank he had to fight a bunch of birds, like a bird man.
Yeah, he did. Remember?
No, I don't remember any birds. I remember fighting a guy on a helicopter, but that's not a...
Bro, stop spoiling
John Wick
things.
3 is good because Jason Mantzoukas is in it for
Yeah.
a
I'm
time.
not saying it's not good. I mean, it's good. I've had some fucking oven chicken nuggets that were good. You know?
Yeah, this is good. This is an oven chicken nuggets of movie.
I'm saying Stairmaster was coming up to me saying, "You haven't seen John Wick 3, bro?" Like I'm in junior high and I haven't seen fucking Fight Club. So I go to see it and I don't get Fight Clubbed at all. I get night clubbed because I'm going to bed early because it sucks.
What the What, you mean like literally struck in the head with a nightclub?
I think I expanded on what I fucking meant by that.
Okay,
No,
just making sure.
I think it means that he went to the nightclub, danced for an hour,
did a
and
bunch
then
of
got...
Passed out.
No, he got real tuckered out and had to go to bed.
Early somehow.
Yeah, Stairmaster, you've never been up in the club and been partying and dancing,
Bumping and
then
grinding.
you yawn and you're just like, oh, time for bed.
Yeah. Well, look at the time.
You peace out.
Well, that only happens after I don't keep an eye on my drink.
It's like the bouncer comes up to me and he's like, "You know, you got to pay more to stay here after 6, right?" And I'm like, "Gotta go."
Usually the bouncer just says night night, and he puts me to sleep.
Oh, word? Drinking at some fancy places, man.
Well, I mean, he choked me out. That's what I mean.
The thing Stairmaster didn't reveal is that he's into it.
Yeah, that's what I was just imagining some type of like rich people throwing 20s at him while that's happening.
We call that a strip club.
Yeah, but it's when you getting choked by dudes.
Oh, so it's like Eyes Wide Shut type.
I haven't seen it. Is it good? I'm a big Kubrick fan. Maybe not. Speaking of Stanley Kubrick.
It's like a Lolita Express type of thing, it sounds like.
I feel like Eyes Wide Shut needs to be reevaluated in the year 2020.
Because it's like dope or because it's whack?
Because Stanley Kubrick was probably onto something that we weren't really aware of.
Yeah, it's strange that he died right after it was released.
Yeah.
Or as it was released, sorry.
Hey, Stare, you know Dirt. Did Kubrick ever get shamed or does he live on forever?
People still love him. Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't.
He's not like James
canceled?
Cameron or anything, or Steven Spielberg.
did he get
It
canceled?
depends on what you mean by shamed. He's been shamed in the way that like some of his directorial practices in terms of treating actors isn't like great.
Yeah, like driving that woman insane.
No, but is it like that thing where it's like, whoa, he was a horrible fucking rapist or whatever?
No, it's nothing like that. It's just like, drove Shelley Duvall insane and shit.
Yeah, no, people are too busy being
Look what
angry
he
about
got. Yeah, that was horrible and abusive, but look what he fucking got out of it.
With all of that out of the way, let's get to the news, huh?
Oh?
Finally. News time.
Oh,
My
God.
time to shine.
News cruise, baby.
My least
Now,
favorite
we've
time
talked
of the week.
we've talked a couple times before about how CBS is not a great place in terms of the backstage atmosphere and some of the shows on CBS. Numerous complaints, toxic environments and whatnot, and it seems to be
all right. You
continuing.
said one of those boomer shows had some real gross shit going on, right?
Yeah, Criminal Minds amidst other things, and it seems like one of CBS's biggest producers and showrunners, Peter Lenkov, has recently been removed from his two shows, Magnum PI and MacGyver, as well as a termination of his overall deal with the network after he's been accused of fostering a toxic work environment.
That sounds like a guy from South Africa, Peter Linkoff, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he's actually just a bland white dude, but
Oh, like most people who come to America from South Africa.
well, yeah, but he's a bland American white dude, so like most CBS executives.
What are the sweet deets on this story, Swanson?
Spill
What did he
the
do?
tea.
Yeah, well,
Hit the
there's a
spill the tea
statement put
sound
out
effect.
by CBS that has the typical sort of BS in it. Our studio is committed to ensuring a safe and respectful production environment. Over the past year, we have assigned human resource production partners to every show, expanded staff training, and increased reporting options. We will continue to evolve our practices with continued focus on building trust with all who work on our sets.
Well,
All right, so it sounds to me like you threw a brick at somebody's head on set or something.
No, to hear the accusations more more put together here. There's sort of a misogynistic environment that involves crude jokes and openly behaving more favorably towards the guys.
That's some dumb shit. Fuck that guy.
This show is just for the fellas. Peter Linkoff, 2020.
So we threw a brick at a woman, okay.
There's also an incident, a very telling incident that involves a female writer from CSI New York, back when that was on the air, who happened to be dating a network exec at the time. And Lenkov came into the writer's room and joked that the writer was not doing her job in the bedroom because the executive was cranky because he gave him, and I quote, a creative note.
Piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Fuck his
shit. Is that really
shit.
a joke or just an accusation?
It's odd how often these jokes, quote unquote, always seem to be bad. There's never like a real funny zinger that these guys seem to be telling.
You guys
Swanson, share with us some of your classic sexism jokes.
That sounds like a line from a TV show to establish the dude's a misogynist.
Yeah, if you had like placed that in like a Netflix like workplace comedy about, and I would be like, that's a little over the top.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, fuck that guy. What a piece of shit. Get him, dude.
He also released a statement of his. That. Oh, sorry, what's that?
I'm saying fuck Magnum PI 2, man. You guys will be on this?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember much about the original show, but I'm sure this remake sucks ass.
Yeah.
It's pretty telling that this guy's creative oeuvre so far is 2 remakes of an 80s property and then a spin-off from CSI.
Any of those properties?
MacGyver and Magnum PI.
Oh.
So, like, the easiest shows to remake, too.
Those are the 3 things he did? Like, he got
that,
out of
yeah, those 2 in CSI New
year.
York, as far as I can tell.
Wait,
all right.
Didn't this new MacGyver have, like, a female MacGyver now? Or is that a different one?
No, that's Magnum PI.
Galver?
Wait,
Magnum PI is a female lead now?
Yes,
yeah, it's Magnum's daughter.
Something else.
Oh, I thought I heard about a female MacGyver at some point, though.
Maybe, but the MacGyver is definitely like a guy with like a douchey haircut. Who's like I solve things with bubblegum.
So, this kind of proves that making the female the lead doesn't really cure the toxic work environment at all, doesn't it?
Yeah, huh. Interesting. It's almost like maybe you shouldn't have made the female the lead and then changed nothing else about the work environment.
You're saying we need to reassess the structure of our society instead of making symbolic concessions?
Yeah, maybe. Stairmaster, I do have some breaking news about this guy, about Peter Lenkov's credits.
Ooh.
His first major credit is as a writer on the movie Demolition Man.
Yo!
Okay, is this guy really all that bad, fellas? I mean, come on.
I'm so easily swayed.
That movie was kind of sexist, now that I think about it.
I haven't seen it.
Also, he worked on 24.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
More like 20 snore. Am I right, fellas?
No.
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Something wrong, fellas.
Yeah, he worked on season 4 of 24. So
that's like literally the worst, the most ignorant one.
I was right then. It was more like 20 snore.
And 5 years ago, they were talking about a female MacGyver.
McGurvel?
McGalver.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I already got it.
McGalver.
To add to his oeuvre of stealing other works that were already made, he also did the reboot of Hawaii 5-0.
Hawaii 5?
Wasn't that a movie by the guy that did Heat?
No.
No, that's Miami Vice.
Oh, was that tight?
Miami Vice. The TV show also had Michael Mann on it.
Oh, yeah. Word? Michael Mann.
Okay, you know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of these remakes. You know what I want instead? I don't want new stuff. I want crossovers between very different franchises.
Yes!
That are wholly unrelated.
Yeah, we can have the X-Files meet, like, the NYPD Blue guys.
Or, like, the X-Files meets the Simpsons.
Yeah, there you go. That happened already.
Yeah,
I just remember that time we met the X-Files. Now someone do that read the Peter.
You can have the cast of Star Trek Discovery meet like the cast of Criminal Minds, and then they both get canceled.
You could have John Wick 3 meet something with an interesting plot, so I won't go to bed by 7 p.m.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, in general, I think crossovers with John Wick sounds pretty fun.
Yes.
Yeah,
John
add
Wick
John
and
Wick to
Terminator.
like Full House. Yeah. There you go, fun show.
Jesse would just get like torn to pieces.
Why?
Well, no, he
like
would
some
just,
guys on
I feel like
motorcycles
John Wick would
just kill
spend
him.
a lot of time with the dog.
I think they would be his new family, and then somebody would come.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he would. The first episode would be him assassinating Kimmy Gibbler because she comes in and upsets the family dynamic.
Oh no! I think like Quagmire from Family Guy shows up and murders the Full House family, and so John Wick has to hunt him down.
We
Yeah,
gotta collab on more fan fiction, man.
Quagmire is a notorious family killer.
Family
He has
annihilator is the term.
he has
Swanson, legally.
Deep connections with like the mob or something, so it's like a big challenge for John Wick.
Actually, that would make a lot of sense. Quagmire just being like involved in something.
Yeah, he's connected to Fat Tony from The Simpsons.
Really?
Yeah, we just need to get like a guy to do a crossover of everything. Like he has access to every single possible franchise in the entire world, and he could put it in his program.
That guy would
And
be the
that
strongest
guy
man.
is the guy who runs Marvel.
Oh god, no, please.
Put
Charlie
everything in
Marvel.
one movie. Kevin
One
Feige is here.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you guys mind if I vape this? I had a bad case of time brain when I come out of the hole, and my insurance is all fucked up because I'm like 12 years older than it says I am. So I had to meet this guy behind a 7-Eleven, and he said this would fix my time brain. So
Wait, Gio.
yeah,
That vial of vape juice has a Q on it for Quibi.
Well,
Yeah, that
you
sounds
know,
like a bad plan, dude.
I'm sure it's Q for quite nice.
What if it's Q for QAnon?
No,
What if
that
you're
is the
Q?
that is the Q for Quibi.
Oh.
We should all remember that logo. Connie was displaying it everywhere.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
more
flashing
surprised.
us.
I'm more surprised he had vape juice because vape juice wasn't invented till I think maybe 2027. And I was gonna bring this vape back to you guys and be like, "Yo, guys, check out this future tech. It's a vape. I can blow it in Stairmaster's face. He'll only get
Wait.
healthier."
In the future, does everything have a Q on it?
I don't know. I don't like looking at that shape.
Oh God, guys, what if this is like a Skynet situation?
Yeah, we need to crush Geo in a metallic press.
Wait, hold
I
on,
meant
fellas.
like stop Quibi, but okay.
I think if vapes already exist in this timeline,
Yes, that we've had them since like 2010.
that must mean I'm in a different time stream.
Oh, so
Oh,
it's
wow,
like Dark
that's far out.
Fate,
Yeah, dude, it's just like whatever you just said that I didn't hear.
Terminator, Dark Fate.
Terminator Dark Fate.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
more
your
like
shop,
something
dude?
better, probably like John Wick 3.
Yeah, I don't know if we invented vapes already. Maybe you guys can beat global warming this time.
No, it doesn't seem that way. Sorry.
I feel like it's a Doctor Strange scenario where there's like a million timelines and none of them have the right outcome.
Yeah, but at least this one's got sweet clouds, bro. That was a big
Yeah,
joke.
maybe.
I don't vape.
Anyway, CBS
Fifteen
stinks,
days.
and this guy sounds like he sucks too. So
Yeah, fuck him.
Rest in
better.
peace, that guy.
Yeah, fuck that
now
guy.
let's move on to video games.
I fucking love video games, man.
Yeah, you guys want to hear my favorite video game?
Last of Us 2?
The Sims. I love acting like it's the real world with like these random people who go boo 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 boo.
Oh, wait, that's my Adam Sandler. Sorry.
Whoa,
The Sims and Adam Sandler
Canceled.
should do a crossover.
I'd be there. Those are
Yeah.
both fine things.
The Sims is so much fun to play that TBS has decided that they should make a reality competition show out of it.
What?
What?
What's it called?
Yeah, well, you know how esports is like super popular now, and games are like esport
Alright, so-
competitions are like real big. What if they did that, but with a game that doesn't have any competition elements?
So let me just try to think about what Sims is, because maybe I'm confused. Maybe I've like my brain got damaged or something. But The Sims is a game where you're like you play as God, and
Yeah.
you can like go inside someone's house and like manipulate how they live their life, right?
Get my house job. That's right.
Yeah, Yeah, you make them hop in the pool, and then you take out like the ladder. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Animal Crossing, but they can do it.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
is this there going to be a game show where they just have like a god figure like messing with people?
Yeah, the host.
Like there's a giant crane game, little scooper thing above them. It's
Sounds okay. Isn't that what? I mean, that's what's happening with our very existence on a zoomed out level, right?
yeah, that's where the West is heading.
So to be fair to this this TV show here, The Sims Sparked, as it's going to be called for some reason, is less about keeping your Sims from like peeing themselves in public or something, and it's more about like the storytelling possibilities. Evidently,
Okay, so
they're tasking players with timed challenges built on telling stories using the game's tools.
oh wait, so did you want to see a reality TV show about not pissing your pants, Swanson? I do.
That sounds like something that should have been on Don't previous episode.
Don't piss yourself.
Well, hold up, fellas. Hey, Big Swanson. Are we talking
Yes.
Sparked ED or apostrophe D?
Apostrophe D, and also I do love it when
was
you call me
afraid.
Big Swanson. Keep that up.
Man, you got me, man.
Yeah, so they'll be doing these tasks, these timed challenges, and then they'll be judged by a panel, apparently presumably of Sims experts, who will reward or eliminate the players.
I assume it's their peers.
Like other Sims players? What if the Sims themselves judge them?
Oh god.
I'm not really understanding how these games work though. So they have to solve problems using Sims mechanics?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Also, the winner will receive $100,000.
So it's like a writing competition, but the Sims. I guess,
I
right?
just like I don't understand. The Sims is like a game that's about like boredom.
It's about not being a game.
Yeah. So
It's like
I'm very
Seinfeld.
confused about how you get any sort of entertainment from this one. Like, are there going to be commentators who are going to be like, "Oh, that was a poor move by Brendan. He should not have let him go out in public like that."
They're gonna get the guys from Evo to commentate. Oh, he's pushing buttons.
Sounds to me.
Oh,
like this
he's
is
making
like
him go to the fridge.
Oh, he's got
That
to
was a
watch in the
frame
pool.
perfect input.
It's like a poet jam slam poetry competition.
Yes.
Oh,
via
he
The
should not have
Sims.
put the bedroom in that area.
That's true.
Oh, we got a fire. We got a fire.
The whole family's dead.
They should just hire you guys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're available. Even though I'm pretty sure these shows have already been made.
Yeah, well, what's the rates, though? Maybe you save them like a good 20%.
Listen, if we were in the industry, TV would be increased by 45%.
Yes.
But, Keo, if you were in the industry, you could say Keo's the name and TV's the game.
Yeah, I could say that, and people would have to respect me.
I would respect it.
You know what
No
would have been a
worries.
better idea for the show? Having real people do stuff in The Sims. Like having recreating The Sims but with real people as challenges for a game show.
And there's one of them who's God and has the ability to manipulate the environment
Yes.
at
One.
will.
You can force.
No,
them to
you
have
just
sex.
recreate like traditional Sims environments and then have the people do like Sims challenges, like try and stay in this pool without getting exhausted.
Is this happening in real life?
Yes.
Yeah, these are real people this is having to, or like go to this like
So, this
party
exhaustion,
function and like
this exhaustion pool, is there a guard with a long rifle slowly walking the perimeter of the pool?
no, there's just no ladder, so you can't like get out unless
Jesus
you like
Christ.
yeah.
Swanson, what the fuck are you making, man?
And I guess because in the Sims the pool has some like sort of weird combination that you can't just like use one of the edges of the pool. The pool is like super deep. So you just have to like swim in this super deep pool for as long as you can.
This sounds like some like Hunger Games shit, man.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Running
maybe.
Man.
When you think about it, aren't game shows just Hunger Games / The Running Man?
Is our
Yes.
real life Hunger Games Running Man going to be called the Swanson Games, and it's just Swanson crossing his arms for the intro?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
We don't deserve much better than
if I
this.
got to be one of the judges on the Hunger Games, life would be pretty good until about the end of that final book.
Man, my life was pretty good till I had to see that third one in theaters. Talk about the Hunger
Ooh.
Lames.
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, that game show about The Sims. It sounds pretty bad.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to watching it on the pod.
I don't.
Fuck you.
I hope we don't have to. I hope we don't have to tread down those dangerous
we'll probably
waters.
watch
This
Gundam
one's-
before we get to that.
It's actually on
No.
live TV too, so you guys can't watch it.
At the very least, we'll watch Butt Ugly Martians before we watch that.
Mm.
Classic.
It's like Super Mario Brothers Super Show before you watch that.
Yeah.
Be
Speaking
careful.
of shows that we probably aren't going to watch,
Oh,
The Bachelor, ABC's favorite reality show that has like 3 spinoffs last time I checked, all about dating, is back on the air, or at least trying to be. The show recently in its upcoming season of The Bachelorette was filming prior to shutdown and is currently resuming production with, and I quote, a pandemic-proof safety restrictions in an
Damn.
isolated location in Southern
We gotta
California.
tell people about that. We gotta share that tech.
oh, so they're in a dome?
Yeah,
Share
they're
We gotta share
in
that dome tech.
they're in the Bachelor Dome.
Bachelor Dome.
It also sounds like the contestants will remain in one location throughout the entire season. So it sounds like this is going to be like a potential for like an entire breakdown of the. Like someone's going to have a mental breakdown on this episode of The Bachelor
Is this
this
pandemic
season. So
what ushers in our like Paul Van Hooven like reality?
we're already
Is
there.
there going to be like
Sorry to-
Okay.
like a new twist where the person who gets the Bachelor is like the last one living?
Yeah, I think that's what we're going for with this one. And of course, this coming season of The Bachelor will be the first to feature a black suitor, unheard
Really?
of in the unheard of in the bygone era of 2004.
Oh yeah, that show would have sparked like a riot if that had happened.
Wait, you're saying
Yeah.
the show hasn't had a black bachelor since 2004?
No, it's never had a black bachelor. I was
Have
just
they-
thinking of the first
What?
time I remember hearing of
It's
The Bachelor.
2020. We've had a black president by
Have
now.
they literally all been white?
Yes.
Sad.
That's amazing.
All right. This was probably the last year they could do it before someone burned their fucking.
And of course, there's also Bachelor in Paradise, which is just a bunch of people having sex on an island.
Oh, so pornography.
Is that a coronavirus-proof island like the other dome?
No, they do
Yeah,
not care about
it was
any
actually
viruses
the
there.
island that Dana White was going to take all of his UFC fighters to for his
Yeah.
they've just
like
Little
they're
St.
using that
James.
island.
They put it on Airbnb and they snatched it up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Guys.
have these guys even considered what happens when these dome occupants start worshiping the dome itself?
That's going to ruin the show because they're going to want the dome and not the Bachelor.
Yeah, they're gonna have to start humping the walls.
That's
Yeah.
going to ruin us when they unlock the power of the dome.
Well, it sounds like some of the problem is that they want Dome.
Man, yeah.
Huh. All right.
But I have an
Coming back
idea.
down to earth for the dome bit.
Let's get Stare on the Bachelor.
Oh yeah, you know what? Stare's in need of a suitor. Why not get him on The Bachelor?
Well, that's
Like-
what the Discord is for.
Tears on TV Tuners, like Stairmaster left you guys.
Oh.
And in the news segment, it's like, for the first time in its whole run, The Bachelor found no eligible bachelorettes. Smash cut to 3 months earlier when Stairmaster's like, I'm leaving you fucks for the movies.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop now. Bye. I'm done with this episode.
Dude, I'm all over the timelines, bro.
I'm just picturing Stare sitting there and there's just a bunch of roses laying on the ground in front of him.
And the producer from off camera just kind of throws a 5-gallon bucket of fleshlights at him.
Oh, Keo, you mean?
Oh, so wait, this version of The Bachelor, because they couldn't find any bachelorettes, it's just him choosing between different fleshlights.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
you.
when you put it that way, it sounds kind of metaphorical and rude. I don't like that.
Oh.
I thought we were still doing bits about The Sims.
I
He
hate
gives-
this, but I deserve this.
He gives he puts like the rose in it, and then like the producer like takes it away for which ones he chooses for the week.
You're the one that wanted to leave us for the movies. Oh wait, it's only 2020. That
As
happens in
for-
2022.
As for plans for the untitled fourth Bachelor spinoff, all that has been told is that the producer, and the oddly titled ABC reality TV executive, he's called the network's top unscripted executive, which seems like an odd category, but I guess, sure, why not for executives?
They don't give him a script to read off of when he's doing his job, like the other one.
Rob Mills has stated, presumably off the cuff, non-scripted, he stated that he was looking to do a senior citizens version of The Bachelor.
That's going to get really good ratings.
Hey man, senior people deserve romance and satisfaction, for sure.
Senior citizens are the only people who watch broadcast television at this point.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah. You know what? Why not?
Yeah,
I'm not sure how they're going to find a way to make the old people version pandemic proof, but
Double
you know
dome,
what?
boy.
Sure.
Put a dome over your dome.
Some things are worth dying for.
I have a title for what I think this one should be called.
Now let's hear it. I'm sure it'll be considerate.
The Widower.
Oh, I just think The Bachelor over 69.
All right, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's a little bit less morbid than Swanson.
This is nice, man. It sounds like The Bachelor is, increasing its diversity, inclusion, and dome tech. So I think this is a triple win.
Oh, I like the message of telling the elderly that they can find love again. That's a good message, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll find a way to pervert it, given that it's The Bachelor. But
like using boner sound effects and stuff.
Boy.
Well, I don't think they do that kind of stuff. I just think that there's the backstage atmosphere has been proven to be pretty bad on The Bachelor.
I gotta throw a Stairmaster in my station wagon and drive over to Hollywood and pitch him on my Stairmaster boner sound effect tech. This is what you need. It's gonna fabulize your TV show. The Bachelor, the old Bachelor, I don't care. Now, when I say boner sound effects, Stairmaster's gonna hit you with a.
I don't know why, but I'm imagining one of those old CD compilation commercials, but it's just a bunch of sound effects the Stairmaster's making.
Who could forget where they were the first time they heard Stairmaster do the quadruple boing, oing, oing, oing.
Cadelco brings you Stairmaster's noises.
All right, so I want to take you on a journey here. You know how in TV shows
that was Mario.
They have those dramatic little videos to introduce the person. So they'll have a video introducing the Bachelor, the elderly Bachelor, and then he gets a football to the dick and it goes boing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that.
Can you do that? Let's see that. Let's hear that sound effect, sir.
It's not. You can't throw a football at someone's dick because of their age.
Stair's got it really good. Here, one more time, Stair.
Doink.
No, dude.
Wow.
You need some more let me lick my palm. You need some more in that. You need some more meat in that sound. There you go. The kid's got it again. The kid is a miracle worker.
This is like stumbling upon Dirk Diggler and Boogie Nights. This is what I feel like Burt Reynolds right now.
Let's get this man in front of the crowd.
Turns out I do have redeeming value.
Dude, you're come on, man. You are a quarter of participants have indicated that Stairmaster is their favorite TV host.
Yeah, you're right.
You're the best, man. This show isn't the show without you.
When are we going to have the poll of the week where they pick their favorite host?
Never.
Yeah. And what kind of voter suppression will be employed?
That would be toxic, guys. That would be toxic.
That would be toxic and biased towards me,
since half the people on the account are friends of
my friends.
Stair.
I don't know. Some of them sound like they hate your guts.
Yeah.
They lovingly hate his guts, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Can
anyway,
I redo that Bachelor Stairmaster bit where Stairmaster's getting some mad tail because he's the man?
I bet mad tail you mean the producer's holding the fleshlight up to me.
Yeah, while you prepare to use it.
I don't like future TV. I don't like it.
Yeah, this is appropriate for Cinemax, not.
Well, you've heard of Taxi Cab Confessions or whatever. This is Bachelor Producer Confessions.
Oh God.
No, the Stairmaster goes on The Bachelor, and they're like, "Oh, you're such a nice boy," and then he finds love. It doesn't even have to go on the show. And, 2 years later, he's donating to charity and shit. Stairmaster's the fucking man. That's why we call him Sploof Master.
That's what they
Ain't
call
that right,
him.
Big Swanson? Ain't that right, Kieran?
Yeah,
and my
I
wife
agree.
dies of cancer, and they kill my dog.
I don't know about this.
And I have to go back to my old life.
Ooh.
podcasting.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were capable of busting up concrete, though.
Anything's possible if you have a sledgehammer.
It's true. It's true.
That's what Peter Gabriel taught us.
What?
All right, so that's it for the news. Let's get on to a segment near and dear to our hearts. It's Trailer Blazers. Hit the theme, Keo.
Wow.
Oh,
Bring it back, baby. Revolve it. One more.
yeah. Hit us with one more time.
You want it again? Think you can
Yeah,
handle
bring
it?
it
Yeah.
back. Revolve it, dude.
Gio's pulling a Kylo Ren. He said, more?
Oh, that is some John Carpenter Sega Genesis shit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Feel the power.
What is that?
I'm
Jeez.
sorry.
Yeah, was that too much for
Yeah,
you?
so it was pretty powerful, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Listeners at home, turn your subwoofers up and go back and play that shit again.
It'll blow your hair back.
Yeah, it'll blow your dome out. I
Yeah.
guess that
It'll
means
give you dome.
It might. Not a
Fellas,
guarantee. Not a TV tuner's guarantee.
Wait, if you get dome in a dome, is that like some carbon dioxide thing?
Yes.
No, if you get domed, you get shot.
Double dome.
I hope nobody here gets shot today.
Dome is a
double
flat
dome.
circle.
Today? That's oddly specific.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Today-
hold up, man. Bring that shit back, though. Come on, man. Come on, DJ, revolve it.
Okay.
Yo, Keo, let's hear that shit.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm just vaguely foreshadowing something. Don't mind me.
Yo, wait, Keo, bring those notes back. Come on, man. Let's hear it again.
You want to hear that?
Bring
You hear that again, Gio?
Yeah, let's revolve that shit.
One more time.
One more time for the
Say it
fellas.
again, but slower.
One more time for the fellas. Trailer Whalers. Trailer Whalers.
Ooh.
It's Trailer Whalers time, baby.
All right. So this time on Trailer Blazers, we got a big one.
The boys.
It's the boys. That's right. TV Tuner's official show of the year for last year, The Boys, is back. This time with another trailer for season 2. They call it a teaser, but there's a lot in this bad boy.
Yeah, this trailer is definitely more of The Boys.
I am enticed.
Yeah, there's so much going on in this bad boy.
I liked it.
Yeah, there's it seems like they know what we liked about the last season, so they're showing you a whole bunch of Homelander and a whole bunch of the Butcher right up front.
And a lot of people getting their faces crushed.
We saw
Yeah,
a
mostly
severed
by
head being
Homelander.
kind of casually carried about. That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah,
Or there
we
was a
also
man-
saw. Yeah,
There was a man crawling out of what looked like a horse or something.
no, that was the Butcher crawling out of a cow. So my Hannibal
It's
vibes
close
will be
enough.
met.
I can't wait to get to that part of Hannibal. That's really exciting.
There also seems to be a moment where a soldier of some sort flicks off Homelander and summarily gets executed.
Yeah,
Wow.
Homelander is like a kind of brutal guy. I've noticed.
Yeah, it's interesting. The one thing that's missing from this trailer, though, where the hell is Giancarlo Esposito?
Oh, he's waiting for his moment. They don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like the only obstacle that could be in the way of Homelander right now.
Yeah, since he has a lightsaber and all.
Yeah. Where is he? Anyway, this season looks good. I'm actually kind of really excited, you know?
Mm.
I like The Boys.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
I'm excited to see this. The trailer, they definitely kept it like not really spoiling too much, just showing us like it's gonna get crazy, guys. Get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun gags going on in between all of the violence as well, so you know it's The Boys.
And
I
also,
love blood.
props for making a shitty cover, but not making a sad, slow, somber shitty cover.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to believe that the shitty cover is part of the joke here on this show.
We
So
didn't start.
yeah, any Trailer Blazers, as you all know, if we've been railing against one thing on Trailer Blazers, and it's many things. One of them is the slow, mournful cover song.
When are they going to do a slow, mournful cover song of that All around me are familiar faces.
Oh, like an even slower version?
Yes.
Gears of
Southern
War
hip-hop
6.
style.
Around me.
I think we've done the bit before on the podcast, but I want a slow, mournful cover of Closer by Nine Inch Nails.
Guys, if you take I Love It When You Call Me Big Papa and change it to I Loved It When You Call Me Big Papa, it gets really sad. We should shop this to somebody.
Oh, that is really sad. I'm going to write that down.
I loved it when you called me Big Papa. The Boys Season 3.
Ooh, wow.
Mm.
Ooh,
That's the thesis statement for season 3.
That's really fitting for season 3.
Yeah.
A mosquito. My libido. Yeah.
But yeah, this looks good. Good stuff.
I love it.
That's a tune in on this trailer.
That's
Yeah.
a tune. And
Tune out. Looks like some more comic book whatever shit.
It is.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, it is.
That's a me tune out. But if you're tuning in, keep on choogling, man. I ain't dissing on you.
That's it for Trailer Blazers. So it's time for our main event. We watched a show, and we're here to talk about it. Can you help us solve this podcast?
All right, so I'm just gonna say this right off the bat.
Yeah.
This is a blue ball program.
Expand on that.
yeah, I was waiting for Robert Stack to show up, and he didn't.
You were waiting for the dead actor Robert Stack to show up.
So this show presents a mystery to you, but it will never give you the solution, which is I think what we want out of all mysteries, right?
Then it wouldn't be
that's true.
unsolved.
No, what about that Russian fella who ran away in The Sopranos? It's not like we had some deep down explanation where, that was fine. That made the show more complete, even though it was incomplete.
Well, the whole point of this is we're invested in the mystery, but we'll never know.
But it's titled Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, you know what you're going into it, what you got going.
Well, yeah, and some people want to be deprived.
No, they say unsolved, but I bet they're gonna solve it. Oh, they didn't solve it.
What the
if
hell?
someone has-
I thought they were going to solve this unsolved mystery.
What
Hey, I got work at 5. You better gonna solve this mystery.
Do you think anyone listening to this episode knows what happened to this guy?
Oh, definitely, and they should send an email to TV Tuners at tuners.
Oh, shut up. I was going to do that joke at the end of the pod.
Honk my shit, bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck out.
Unsolved
I'm never
Mysteries,
helping
of
you with your
course.
bits ever again.
Oh,
Rude.
I've ascended past you. Now I'm the tattoo.
Greedy to want all those bits.
You don't need to help me with all the bits, Stairmaster. I watched Akira once, and I'm referencing that part where he's on the pile of shit.
You're on
You
a
are
pile of bits.
shit.
Yeah, I gave you that one.
So-
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I set that one up for you.
I'm gonna definitely say that half of the footage of this program is filming people who are sad about their loved ones being dead.
And then the other half is aerial shots of a hotel with a bunch of diagrams of this is how many feet this is.
Yeah, it's funny because the show doesn't really have a unique signature or unique vibe. I feel like I've seen millions of these shows. But then my wife was like, this is a remake, right? And I'm like, what? And she showed me the original intro with that Robert Patterson guy. And it was
Robert
fucking tight.
Stack.
Yeah, Robert
right.
Stack.
Sure.
No, that intro had that John Carpenter ass fucking music. And
Yeah.
you're like, how could this get any better? And then this perfect cast dude walks in and he's like, yeah, you guys want to solve a mystery, motherfuckers? And you're like, dude.
1975.
It doesn't.
There's something-
It doesn't have that. It doesn't have personality at all.
This show did not engage with you like the old one did. There's no.
Not at all.
It just starts kind of showing people talking about oh, I'm so sad my husband's dead.
Well, that is a trick. I don't want to. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's sad, but it's not really anything to engage me. It's oh, that's pretty.
Imagine
sad.
if I had someone who was a man falls into a hole. A man creates a hole. Did he fall, or was it a trap?
Get Sheriff John Burnell or something to narrate this.
Get some. Yeah, you know what? Get someone in here.
Is it possible
this would be
to jump
creating
that far?
fact or fiction and taking out the part with Jonathan Frakes.
I'm just saying I can't engage with a mystery unless a vaguely authoritarian man asks me if I can solve it, because then I feel like I'm fighting for myself, man. If he doesn't think I can solve it, I got to prove him wrong.
And also
without a trench-coated man asking me that.
one other thing I have to say about this is they could have presented all this information to us in 20 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm going to get into this a little bit here. So this is, of course, a reboot of Unsolved Mysteries, the popular series that ran on 4 separate networks during its lengthy time on air. So it started out back in 1987 as a series of specials. Fun little connector between last week's episode and this one. The first actor that hosted the show, Raymond Burr, the original actor for Perry Mason.
Wow. I thought you were going to talk about Matthew McConaughey.
All roads lead.
No, he was I think 12 by the time this show debuted.
But he played a murder victim in one of the episodes.
Yeah, one of the old ones. Role. Another thing that's missing from this that is in the original run of the show, both on NBC, CBS, and later Lifetime for a season, is that there were reenactments.
Yes, like Fact or Fiction.
Yeah, featuring actual actors, not just people's feet.
You know what else though, Swanson? You know what else is missing?
Aliens.
Those dope ass John Carpenter synthesizers.
Yeah, they took the percussion out.
Yeah, they had
the theme
this
song
really,
also tries to be
really generic horror ambiance playing over the entire thing.
It's like they're too afraid to be cool. They're trying to be self-aware.
Yeah,
and they need to dig into it.
It's like I loved it when Robert Smack called me Big Papa. Mm-hmm. Past tense.
Yeah,
you too can call me Daddy.
What I really need from this, and I don't know if it's in any of the other episodes or not, but I really need an alien abduction story, something with UFOs. There were a lot of those in Unsolved Mysteries for some reason or another.
There were?
Yeah, there's a lot of episodes that are about paranormal
this
shit.
was a good mystery though. I mean,
or alternate.
He got shoved out of a helicopter, right? That's what you guys are thinking.
This guy?
Yeah, let's have the TV detectives crack the case right here.
I'm pretty sure he just got thrown off a roof.
I think it might have been a helicopter, but that would be really weird to set up, logistically speaking.
But wasn't that creepy guy super rich, helicopter rich?
Yeah, I think that that letter was some Freemason stuff, and it was in a code. Yeah. I think that this guy might have stumbled onto some Epstein type activities. What with his weird hiring to be a financial writer, despite having no experience with finance. Sort of like how Epstein got started by.
It's so weird how they just showed 4 pictures of that guy and then never even talked about him.
Wait, sorry, there was a whole bunch of noise here, so I had to stop talking for a while. But are you cracking the case right now, Stair?
Stair's cracking. Hey, man,
you're solving the mystery, Stair?
If someone's pitching a no-hitter, you don't point it out to him, Keo. You let him go.
I'm just saying he might have been murdered by a secret society. I don't know if they were pedophiles or not.
Yeah, because
most secret societies seem to be pedophiles these days.
But so how'd they come back with that phone and glasses, though?
Oh, maybe they faked the hole. Maybe they just beat the shit out of him.
I mean, that's another theory that I've had, yeah.
Well, so they beat the shit out of him, and they threw him out of the helicopter.
No, they
threw a hole.
They just made a hole.
Yeah, they just made a hole in the roof, and they took him in through the employee entrance to the hotel and dumped him in the hallway underneath the hole.
Wait, you guys are right. If he was falling out of a helicopter, do the physics say he's more likely to do a perfect swan dive, or is he more likely to do a belly flop?
He did land on his feet, according to the forensics.
Is that really... I don't know.
And plus, someone probably would have seen the helicopter.
Guys, this mystery is dope.
It's
a cool mystery.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a cool mystery. I feel like everything surrounding it is bland in terms of presentation.
I did not appreciate that the focus was on the fact that the wife was really sad that her husband's dead. Why
don't you investigate that finance company that put a gag order on everyone when the body was
It's such a weird thing to introduce in the last 15 minutes of the show. That there was a gag order placed on the company.
They also
all of its
briefly and offhandedly mentioned that his close friend is silent on the matter and refused to be interviewed.
And is the CEO of that company.
Yeah, that's right. It's probably because they were afraid to get sued or something, which is kind of chicken shit for a show like that.
Yeah,
I
the
think
old
he's in on
the
it.
old Unsolved Mysteries wouldn't have been afraid of it.
Hold on,
They would
Unsolved
have at least-
Mysteries. Robert Smack would have put the gloves on himself, man.
Yeah.
Or wait, what's that gloves tweet? Yeah, it would have been such a better pick.
Another fun fact about Unsolved Mysteries: after it was originally done airing on Lifetime in 2002, the show returned to Spike TV in 2008. But by then, of course, Rubber Stack was long
Dead.
gone. So instead, it was hosted by actor Dennis Farina from Law and Order fame.
Hey, wait, does Spike TV still exist?
Technically.
It's Paramount now. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
That's my totem to tell if I'm dreaming or not.
Also, I want to add that the way this was presented was not logically consistent at all, because at the beginning they were like, we had no indication that he was under any kind of duress whatsoever. Then at the end they're like, well, actually, like, people were trying to break into the house and he was terrified.
Yeah. It sounds like
He
a
looked
lot of...
worried a bunch.
It's almost as if a lot of it was that they had to fill 50 minutes, so they had to like
Yeah.
spread some stuff out.
Because Unsolved Mysteries, the original, had multiple mysteries per episode.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to bring up. Also, it was less. It was still shorter than 50 minutes because of advertising.
Wait, so that weird note that was printed on a very small size
Yes.
and taped to the outside of his computer or the inside?
It was taped on the back of the monitor, and it was kind of hidden because it was right next to the wall.
What do you guys make of that?
I think there was a code, that's like Freemason code.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a code that no one apparently bothered to try to decipher.
You know
Probably
what?
he was the only one with the cipher.
I mean, that could have been a code, or I don't know. He also could have been, because everyone's saying like he couldn't have killed himself because he was smiling, but like that's
What, do you
sort
think he
of
developed
under
schizophrenia and no one
valuing
noticed?
the threat of suicide, because suicide's a horrible epidemic, man, and it can happen to anybody, not just to mopey ass, like obviously sad people. You know what I mean? So saying he couldn't have killed himself because he was happy, it's sort of like perpetuating a false concept that gets a lot of people in trouble.
Yeah, I can't tell if this Freemason thing was just like a unhealthy like sign of being like unwell, and he actually just did go ahead and kill himself, or what?
Okay.
If it wasn't for the finance dude, I would just assume the Freemason thing was mental illness. But
Wait,
those secret societies need money to run.
what if he
They're not
planted it?
cheap.
What if
Ooh.
he could have planted the note? But
How
also,
did he get all
Guys.
the movies right?
and here's the
Wait.
biggest. Here's the thing they missed about the movie. Stare. He wrote that note in a post prequels world. Star Wars 1 to 3 is the prequels.
Yeah, that would
Okay,
be
well,
weird too.
the question is, why would this code involve his favorite movies? If it's a code,
You guys saw it went like fucking like MPEG, MP4, Invisalign.
Maybe the movies aren't even part of the real message. You know that famous thing about the Battle of Samar in World War II, where that admiral gets the World Wonders telegraph when he's being yelled at for not being there?
Nope.
And it turns
Wilson.
out that was just a mistake. It wasn't even supposed to be included in the message. Oh,
Wait.
never mind then.
Is this some free? Are you gonna get us all like
A history
in the-
lesson?
Are you gonna get us all
Okay.
thrown in the fucking Baltimore
Also-
helicopter telling us this shit, man?
for all the padding this show did, they glossed over that message, that note, which they should have given to us in full.
Imagine you focus on that note, but also imagine you have a host explaining like a mysterious note was left.
Yeah. It needed
Like
a
that-
host.
This not only needs a host, this needs like the weirder details to be brought to the forefront instead of just like the weirder, like the normal. And like I feel like I'm the positive man on this because I liked it. It seems like more than you guys might have, but like these details, it makes it like a boilerplate show when it was like pretty interesting.
Yes, it was. I think it is. That's what I feel. Boilerplate.
Yeah, it's
Also,
a
are
good
you
one of
guys
those.
are you guys ready to hear my theory?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay.
All right, dude, Detective Swanson. Let's hear
There's
it,
a
bro.
list of M. Night Shyamalan movies in his note. And I think that is code for a twist in the story.
He's alive.
Yeah, he's been alive this whole time.
Then
They mention offhandedly, another thing that they mention offhand, that when he first came to the company had lost a bunch of money due to telling people to put stock in a Russian company.
Right.
I think he's in Russia. I think
Where
it's
was
like
he?
Now, hear me out. I think the reason that this story was picked is because one of the producers from Stranger Things is one of the producers for this new season. And I think they got this idea for season 4 of Stranger Things, where Hopper's in Russia, from this man.
Oh my god,
dude! You gotta shut up, man. They're gonna throw you in the helicopter.
It's all it's all I'm legally allowed to say right now.
Okay, but here's the crazy part. How do you explain the body? Cloning technology.
How do you explain no one finding it for 8 days in a fucking hotel? It like fell on the goddamn racquetball court.
It was like in the correct. Yeah, it's a racquet hall. Who uses that?
Who plays racquetball? Fucking everybody.
The guy specifically explains that like they almost never use that hall. People don't even realize it's part of the building.
Yeah, it's awfully convenient that his body landed there, huh?
Pretty sweet, bro.
Almost as if someone who owns real estate in the top levels of the place had him like taken care of.
If it was a good show, they'd recreate a roof like that and throw like sacks of potatoes at it from different heights to see if the hole would even look like that.
Oh, that'd be
like
good.
Mythbusters style?
That would be very expensive to do, though.
Yeah, this show seems...
just make a fucking roof, man.
I think they want to make this as cheaply as possible for this bad boy.
They didn't even calculate how fast he would have to run to get that far on the rooftop.
They're like, he'd have to go really fast.
Yeah, all they did was some basic calculations, which were like, this is how far this is from here, and this is how wide this is.
That's not even a calculation, that's a measurement.
Look, let's be real, I could make that leap if I wanted to kill myself in that fashion. Just saying.
Have you
thought
about this?
Yeah, but your trajectory would be different. It wouldn't make that
all the time.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I'm like, yeah.
We appreciate you, man. I'm sorry for those bachelor bits from earlier.
Yeah, I was looking at it, and they were like casting doubt that that's a jump somebody can make. But I'm like, I can make that jump.
A lot of this show seems to involve a lot of bad police work as well.
Oh yeah, ACAB. That's how serial killers get so far in life.
There's a particularly enraging part near the end where all of the cops just assume it's suicide because of course they do. They want the case to be over with. They don't want to deal with it anymore. But then they also just tell the wife like, nah, it's fucking suicide. Get over it.
Oh, Swanson.
And,
hey, that is
and
horrible.
She's like, no,
dude,
thanks.
Another horrible thing about the end is the detective's like, dude, this lady was going way too far. She was interviewing his company and friends. Like, those are the first two fucking things you interview. I was interviewing company and friends going too far.
Yeah, but he knew that, but he couldn't interview them was the thing.
Not without a subpoena.
Yeah, which I guess they just didn't bother getting.
Like see, if they roll a suicide, that's a check mark on the clearance rate, Swanson.
Yeah.
You think
gotta keep the stats up.
Call. It's so weird. Has anyone looked into what that company does?
Oddly enough, they don't mention it on the show, which I thought was weird because it's like an interesting bit. The company renamed themselves because of the death.
Oh!
So
that they couldn't be tracked to it anymore.
What do they make? Like, or is it just one of those like?
They're a finance company.
Yeah, they're a finance company.
Yeah, they're like an Epstein. Yeah, that's why I keep saying it's like Epstein.
Some weird shit.
I found
they changed their. Yeah.
I looked at this note, and somebody supposedly transcribed it onto Reddit. I can read the whole thing in full if you want.
I think I think you're gonna activate something. I want to do that if I was you.
It's not too long. So
I might start killing people if you read this.
Yeah, I don't think you should do it. So maybe you put it in the show notes.
Okay, yeah, sure. Why don't you just read it, Kieran?
Yeah. I'm going to go pee. I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back.
Love it.
Okay, let's see. And it's not really like, a lot of it's like unsure, so I'll try my best. Brothers and sisters, right now around the world, volcanoes are erupting. What an awesome sight. Virtue and mores non-separable. Whom virtue unites, death will not separate. That was a well-played game. Congratulations to all who participated. I hope you enjoyed it. But it was time to wake up, so here I am. I'd like to welcome those who accepted our invitations for membership during the game. We couldn't have done it without you. I took on this endeavor to find the truth. But for its own sake, in accepting this quest for the truth, I hoped to awake myself with the help of others. into a man ready and worthy to receive it. Members of the council, please note that I will lend peaceful concentration to the traditional responsibilities in light of these proceedings, and I will gladly the standard request of this council within the appropriate time.
Yeah, it sounds like he got involved with some awful shit right there.
Was he writing copy for like the evil rich person meeting association?
Okay, let me skip ahead a little bit. Now that the game is finished, I expect the council to recompensate those who have given blank and question mark to this venture. Along with myself, these players should be made 5 years younger by the council.
Oh my god!
Fuck off!
Why they're harvesting adrenochrome from children, obviously.
And then he starts listing people he knows, including his dad, his brother, and so on and so forth. And then
what the fuck?
Yeah, these people should be made 5 years younger.
Here's another interesting thing that they leave out of this that I think is interesting.
Yeah.
His friend, Porter Stansberry, the guy who probably killed him. Just saying.
He's named in this as well, right here.
I think some of those names are filler.
His case against the court wasn't settled when this guy died. In 2007, him and his investment firm were ordered by the court to pay $1.5 million in restitution. They just sort of throw that out there, but that's after he's dead.
To who?
To the district courts, I guess. They're paying $1.5 million in restitution and civil penalties.
Yeah.
The court rejected his whole defense, which was that he had a First Amendment right to. I guess
for the Russia tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The quote unquote fraudulent tip.
Right.
But this was settled after the man was gone. So just a thought.
You know what else? Like fucking Keo. What Keo just said.
Yes.
Was fucked up, and I'm going to try to forget it. But the thing is, the show, that was cohesive. That was obviously like something someone would say at a convention or a meeting. But the show made it be like, he said stuff like Volcano, Star Wars, 1, 2, 3, ham sandwich. You know what I mean? The show made it seem like it was incohesive.
What the fuck?
But it was a cohesive...
They should have given us the note in full.
Or they should have at least shown that it was a cohesive statement instead of just... They made it look like it was a sentence of this.
I guess Netflix is in on it.
Then why would they show it?
Well, they show some of it to make him look crazy and remove the parts that make him look like he was in on something.
I mean, and there are some pages that are just kind of like totally incoherent.
And they were all micro-printed to the side of his computer?
Yeah, like in that...
Allegedly.
In that little bundle.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like some of it might have been a code type of deal, or it was just a thing to make him sound like a crazy person that someone else made. Who knows?
Didn't Netflix release an Epstein documentary recently that downplayed the Clinton CIA stuff?
Yeah.
How is this not the most important part of the fucking mystery? Or most interesting, at least?
If he's literally writing down and believes that they can make people younger, then that's definitely a sign that he's crazy. Why didn't they mention that? That's like...
Unless he's being symbolic or something.
Or it's like a code, yeah.
Okay, well, what's the code or symbol? I don't really know.
We will never know because we don't know what he was in on, what he saw.
I mean, that sounds pretty literal to me, 5 years younger.
I don't want to know, man.
No.
Oh, that sounds so ridiculous. That's why I think it's a code.
No, that could be like, that could just be stupid club code for something.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me how much there's like fun details that are not actually, that are sort of just glossed over for the fact that like, oh yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
it looked like he was like 20-something, too.
Yeah, why did they spend 5 minutes
32.
like showing like wedding video and showing us the wife cry?
Pathos,
to
my
make
friend.
us feel sad.
Yeah.
But I don't want to feel sad. I want to know about this mystery.
Yeah, Robert Stack would have been like, "Nut up or shut up."
I don't like that. I think that's very bad. I want to say that.
Yeah, I don't think he would say that either.
That's very disrespectful. Maybe I was right with my earlier bachelor bit. I don't like this, man. But that shit Keo just said was like some serious, like, talking backward, like, Satan goat shit. So, like, but why would the show handwave it?
Because Netflix is in on it, obviously.
But then why would they make the show?
Because they're trying to, like, lead people on a false trail.
But
It's sort of like this is what we call. Like,
I didn't even know this trail existed.
What's the false trail they're leading us on? They're still suggesting it
that
was
he's
murder.
crazy.
No, they're suggesting it was murder. Clearly,
They're suggesting it's unsolvable by removing the note. Obviously.
also
Well,
I am going to
say it's
mention.
probably
unsolvable
still
with
crazy.
the note.
Also,
I have another theory. Maybe they're just stupid.
I need to mention I found this on Reddit, so I don't know if this is an accurate transcription.
Open the
just
person's handle and see if they look like a plant or a bant.
Yeah, do they have a Q by their name?
Okay, well, their name is. Ooh, I like this name. Well, part of it. Zesty Clothes _ run 8. That's pretty sketchy. Zesty Clothes _ run 850. That's a pretty plant sounding name, doesn't it?
All right, if you want to go
Sounds like
deeper.
a Russian
Dude,
bot.
we're doing more detective work than the show did. You got to stop before they helicopter us.
Yeah, okay, let's be quiet. I just want to say, really, the takeaway from all this is just how impermanent all things are. You can just drop dead one day and nobody will even know how or why it happened.
You can just drop dead through a roof.
Yes.
Yeah, life is wild like that.
Let's see.
So just appreciate every day you have on this gay earth.
I found this user's first Reddit post, which was 31 days ago, and they posted in
31. That's so recent.
Yeah, r/questions, and the question is, what tastes like poverty to you? For me, it's McChicken and instant coffee. College sucked.
Oh.
Yeah,
Relatable.
That sounds like a robot. If that's not a Russian robot, I don't know what it is. Because you know why? The Russians don't want you to know that this guy's still alive, hanging out in Russia.
Yep. Swanson's got this cracked. I agree with Swanson.
So the Freemason thing, it's a red herring to draw our attention away from how he's like kicking it up and eating turnips.
That's right.
All right. Well,
And
I guess solves the mystery then.
do you also want to hear about his post in r/Christian marriage?
No
That
thanks.
sounds spicy. I want to hear it.
It's long.
Oh,
Yeah, no
give it
thanks.
give it the first sentence.
It's not him. Sorry for assuming. I, F25, often engage in arguments with my future husband, M27, that usually end up being my fault.
Doesn't that sound fake? Who would that's like something a character in a rom-com would look up and then write into her blog.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, from 2004.
Would people write that?
When misogyny was mandatory in movies.
Okay, Keo's gonna get fucking clapped, you guys. I told him not to read this fucking shit. He's gonna get clapped. Then they're gonna waterboard me and make me give up Stairmaster.
Yeah, Geo's like the guy from The Insider.
Geo, nothing's
too deep.
Geo, nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be perfectly fine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, there's no way someone's going to end up showing up to Keo's
who's walking towards me?
house.
No!
I told him.
It must be Is that the guy with the gun?
I told him we should have made this podcast about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Who could have believed that Keo would be the one getting shot this entire time?
The attorney, I thought he was coming for you.
Keo, can I have your job?
For me.
Now that you're a dead-ass fool.
Well,
so
Keo, hang in there. I'm sure the cops are coming.
Do we have more to say about this show, or are we going to tune in or tune out on it?
I told the police that a black man was shot.
Yeah, they'll be here right away.
On this episode of Unsolved Mysteries, a podcast host dies.
So I have one last thing to discuss here about this show. Yes. I was interested when watching this show. How many of these mysteries have been solved?
Yeah.
In the show's history. So I looked it up, and according to this blurb here, Unsolved Mysteries covered more than 1,000 cases, and according to its website, more than half of the episodes featuring wanted fugitives have been solved. Over 100 separated families have been reunited, and I think that's all they really say. But that sounds like a pretty good win-loss record.
Can we give them
I
credit
guess
for
there's some
that?
good in the world.
It's kind of like a better version of what's that show? What was that show that had the most wanted people on it?
America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, America's Most Wanted. Sounds like a better version of that. Yeah, so good on Unsolved Mysteries. Who knows how many this Netflix version will solve, but
I just want to see the episode where the guy kisses the skull, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have
dude.
to watch the rest of it to find that.
You know, they can show you kissing the skull because it's not TV, so they don't have to answer.
Yeah, they can serve your tongue in that skull.
Yeah,
all right, so any
skull.
final thoughts on this show? What are you guys thinking?
Generic, focused on the wrong things, kind of boring.
It's I'm just going to be really upset when I get murdered by some rich person operative just because I watch this dumbass, boring fucking show and talk too much about it.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. There are way more people talking about it online than us.
So
but we got the best takes.
With my dying breath, I'm going to give this a tune out.
Oh.
I'm going to give this a tune out. I'm going to give the original series a tune in.
Yeah. Okay. Gio?
I think, like, I've seen a million shows like this on, like, TCL or TLC or whatever the fuck. You know what this show is. It does nothing to transcend the genre. It does nothing new. It does nothing to get you if you don't like it. But if you like these shows in, like, a fucking movie comfort food type of way, you'll be happy. But for me, it's a fucking tune-out. I'd rather watch Disc Golf, a 2019 Pro Worlds playlist on Jomez. It's fucking legendary sports, man. So tune-out on this, tune in on Disc Golf.
Yeah, I mean, the show is basic. They took the stuff that made the show fun and sort of just made it like a generic true crime documentary.
And put it in a dome.
But overall, I was entertained for an hour, so I think I'm going to give it a light tune-in.
Oh,
light tune-in, baby.
That still makes it a tune-out, though. So I guess that's a tune-out on Unsolved Mysteries.
Damn.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. Another one bites the dust. And I guess that's also tragically accurate for Kyoran as well.
Rip.
What about the alarms going off at 1 a.m.?
Yeah, that was weird. It's
was
almost
weird
like...
shit. And it was one both times. Like, that's fucking with it, man.
Yeah, that sounds like some Illuminati shit.
This was a good mystery, but it was a bad mystery show.
Yeah, that's yeah, I guess. That's it for this week's episode of TV Tuners. Thank you again, Gio, for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me. Congratulations on episode 100. I hope you make it there before Keo gets clapped by some, like, weird...
Well, Keo just got clapped.
Oh. I think I'm going to take his jacket.
Yeah, go over there, take it. I'm sure the police won't be there for a long time.
I'm sure the assassin won't be waiting
yeah.
his friends and family.
Well, yeah, so we'll be back next week with more TV goodness. And stay tuned on Thursdays for the Bleachcast, our new bonus podcast, our new returned bonus podcast. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye. It's over.
I miss it every day.
Yeah, well, wait for me.
Hey folks, it's time for the TV Tuners Fact of the Week. There will be no more defamatory statements being made about Stairmaster at the end of these segments.
Great.